Do you think you guys are? I mean, how do you feel about the playoffs? There's little margin for error now. What?
Yeah, it's one of those things where ever since we started 2-6, we've been talking about going 1-0 each week and trying to just beat the opponent in front of us. It's the same motto we've had. Freddie stressed it all week, saying we can only worry about what we can control. Obviously, we need help now, and things need to bounce away. But I think the most important thing is, can we play our best game and win a football game? I don't know if we've done that yet as a team, and if we can do that on our own, then we'll see what happens. But right now, all we're focused on is beating Cincinnati this week. They've played a lot better as of late. Their defense is, I want to say, average like 10 or 12 points given up the last 3 games. They've beaten, they just won their first game, so they're going to come in high. Andy Dalton is a good football player. He's played in this league for a long time, and he knows how to win games. So it'll be a good test for us.
Joel, how confident are you that Baker can be effective with the banged up hand?
Yeah, I don't know the severity of any of that. I just know he came out and played the second half, and he wasn't complaining about anything to me personally, so I don't know the extent of those injuries or what's going on, but I know he's going to do everything he can to be on the field, and I don't think there's going to be a disadvantage. I don't think there's going to be a weather game or anything this weekend. I think it's going to be 50 degrees, and we're going to be ready to roll with him.
Joel, you've been on teams that gone 0 for December. Here we are in December now, and after that Pittsburgh loss, are you curious to see how this new collection of guys reacts?
Yeah, I want to see how we respond as a team. It wasn't our best performance. We wanted to come out there and get a win last week, a team that we thought we could beat, and they took it to us in the second half, and it was disappointing for sure. But I think we do have the right guys in this room to respond. I think not much has been said in that sense where we need to respond. We're just focused on beating Cincinnati this week and doing everything we can to get that victory. But it's a challenge. You come back, you think you're rolling, you have a chance, and it kind of knocks you down a peg. But that's the NFL. It's a week-to-week business, and how good can we be this week?
How does, after that pass rush, how does the line bounce back? I mean, that was a pretty
they got 4 or 5 guys out there that can do some serious damage. Playing at a really high level, and it's one of those things you go back, we watch the tape already, we try and correct the fundamental issues that we had, or if it was a mental issue, fix those things, and then we got some guys this week that can really rush the passer again. So, like I said, every week in the NFL you have a new challenge. I think Pittsburgh probably has the best mix of run and pass guys in the league, but I got to block Gino this week, and he's a heck of a player too. So there's no shortage of that. You got to be ready to go each and every week. And some we try to improve on. We worked on fundamentals today. We worked on the proper sets and taking our right angles, using our hands, all those things that we can improve on, and hopefully it works for us.
How have those 2 guys that you guys have run in there at right guard responded this year? I mean, Kevin was obviously traded. He didn't just leave, but from going from a guy like that to where you've been, how do you think those guys have gone?
Yeah, they're fighting their tails off, man. They, Kush has been around the league a long time, and he was out there, and he was giving his best shot, and did some really, really good things on the field. Had some big games. Baltimore, he played really well. There was games where it was like, man, this guy's doing well, and they put Wyatt in there now, and he's a younger guy. He had 6 or 7 starts last year, and I think they wanted to see what they have in him as a right guard of the future, and I think he's improving. I think if you look at it from a week-to-week basis, he had a couple tough pass reps late in the game, but if you look at the overall picture, there are some really good things that he's done on the field, and it's one of those things that we talk about is how consistent can you be on a play-to-play basis, because offensive line play is all about consistency. If you have 69 great plays and 1 or 2 bad plays that end up with a sack in a TFL, people think, man, this guy didn't play great. And as an O-lineman, you want to have those 70 plays where it's like, man, my guy didn't make the play or my guy didn't make a tackle. And it's one of those things we're just working on is continue to have consistency on a play-to-play basis.
What have you learned after going up against Gino over the years?
He's strong. He's explosive. I think his bull rush you can probably put up there with anybody in the league. That thing is powerful. And he's one of those short, compact guys. He's probably only 6 foot, but he gets under people, and he uses his natural leverage to really be a dynamite player. So you got to account for him, know where he's at. He has the explosive first step. So in the run game, sometimes too, you got to make sure he's not crossing face or penetrating, and want to just try and be responsible for him.
Is that hard with a shorter guy? Like, how do you?
Yeah, for me personally, I'd rather go against a taller guy. Those guys are. You just got to remind yourself. I just tell myself this week, like, play low, play low, play low, because if they catch you and they're a few inches underneath it, you get knocked off balance. So for me, it's those guys that are tough. Him, Aaron Donald, you know, those type of players that are a little bit lower, but they're still powerful and strong enough to push you back in the pocket.
You guys feel like you mentioned the word consistency from plays, but do you feel like consistency has been kind of a thing this year? You guys have been up and down. You had a really good game against Baltimore early in the year, which is right now maybe the best team in the league. And you've had other games where it just seems like
I think it's 100% that. I think if you look at our team, the players we have, if we can be a consistent team on a play-to-play basis, I'm not, practice to practice. It's not even game to game. That's how you become better as a team. Like you said, we beat Baltimore, beat Buffalo. Those two teams are rolling right now, and then you lose games to Denver and you lose to Pittsburgh last week, and it's like, man, there's two different teams playing these games, and it's not necessarily two different teams, but on each play, we're having a major breakdown at one of the 11 positions on the field, and you can't win. So how can we get consistent as a team where each week it's the same team? You look at the really good teams in the NFL. I mean, teams have, even the Saints, like they lost a game this year where everybody's like, how'd this team lose? But consistently, they're the same team every week. And how can we perform that way as a team?
And is that just also, I'm sorry, you misunderstood what I was saying. I didn't say it well. Is it with your line as well? You feel that way, the offensive line?
Yeah.
You've had some games where you've...
Oh, yeah, for the line for sure. I think, this is exactly what I said. It's just one of those things where you got to be the same unit every week, and hopefully it's a good unit.
Do you think that can motivate you, the fact that you guys really haven't been what you can be? You got 4 more weeks to put it together. Can you use that as motivation?
Yeah, I think it's a focus. We try not to look too big at the big picture, but for us each week, are we going to be our best version of ourselves? And that's something Freddie's been stressing the last couple of weeks, is to go 1-0 this week. What do we need to do? And hopefully the team can really put it together.
Is it important for you guys, whether you make the playoffs or don't make the playoffs, for your group, especially on offense, to walk out of this building on January 1st or whatever it is, feeling better about the way the season ended and kind of the ups and downs?
I mean, the offseason's so long. I think it really depends how you approach it the next year. You never know really what's going to happen. But, to reach our potential on offense, we want to, finish the season strong for sure.